Treatment of steel in the shipyard and marine paint systems. When steel arrives at the shipyard, it is not immediately ready for use. Before it becomes part of a ship's structure, it must undergo proper treatment and protection, because corrosion can begin from the very first day if this process is neglected. Removal of mill scale. Hot-rolled steel plates come out of the rolling mill with a thin layer of iron oxide, known as mill scale. This mill scale is cathodic to steel, and although it performs the task of a temporary barrier against the atmosphere while plates are stored in the stockyard, it is not suitable for long-term corrosion protection. Therefore, before the steel is used, the mill scale is removed. This is done by shot blasting or pickling, usually carried out in a humidity-controlled, oxygen-lean atmosphere to ensure a clean and reactive steel surface. Application of shop or holding primers. Immediately after mill scale removal, the steel is coated with shop or pre-fabrication primers. These primers form the base coat for all subsequent painting schemes applied during ship construction. Apart from providing corrosion protection, shop primers must have a short drying time, be compatible with cutting and welding systems, not emit noxious or toxic vapors during welding or cutting, possess high abrasion resistance. These properties allow steel fabrication to continue without compromising safety or coating integrity. Repairs during cutting, welding, and block building. During the cutting, welding, and bending process, damage to the prefabrication primer is unavoidable. These damaged areas are repaired by blasting the seams and reapplying paint coatings. This work is carried out in temperature and humidity-controlled rooms. After the section blocks are assembled, the shipowner's chosen paint scheme is finally applied. Painting after block assembly. Once the ship sections or blocks are assembled, painting is carried out to ensure that the shop primer does not get weathered or damaged. In some shipyards, the paint and then weld process is used. Any welding damage to the final paint is later repaired using stripe coats. The main disadvantage of block painting is the risk of mechanical damage and burns during transport to the slipway and during fitting out. However, with adequate planning during the construction phase, this damage can be minimized. Surface defects. Any surface defects detected during inspection are removed by grinding, always keeping within the allowed tolerances. Cathodic protection at the fitting out dock. Before the hull is floated out or launched, cathodic protection is installed, usually in the form of sacrificial anodes. Impressed current systems replace sacrificial anodes only in the final stage of shipbuilding. Paint structure. Paint is an opaque pigmented coating, either in liquid or powder form, which provides corrosion protection, decoration, and in some cases specific technical properties. Paint consists of several essential components. Film formers or resins. Film formers, also known as resins, are molecular products that react to form macromolecular structures. They create a continuous adhering film on the metal surface. Examples include chlorinated rubber and epoxy paints. Plasticizers. Plasticizers are additives, usually organic oils with high evaporation temperature. They improve flow, flexibility, and spread rate of paint. Vinyl acetate polymers are also used as plasticizers. Together, resins and plasticizers form the binder, which acts as the adhesive bonding the paint to the surface. Pigments and extenders. Pigments give the paint color and corrosion control properties. Extenders do not add color but improve properties such as gloss and abrasion resistance. Solvents. Solvents are volatile liquids used to dissolve resins and pigments. They evaporate soon after application and play no role in the final properties of the paint, though they make paints highly inflammable. Material Safety Data Sheets, MSDS. Every paint product is supplied with a Materials Safety Data Sheet, which contains safety information regarding handling and storage, temperature limits and ventilation requirements, spill handling methods, physical and chemical properties such as flash point end density, mixing ratios and spray painting precautions, medical first aid and pollution potential, toxicological and environmental data, firefighting information and extinguishing agents, Paint vehicles and their application. Drying oils. Drying oils are vegetable oils, such as linseed oil, that dry at normal ambient temperature. They are now largely obsolete, having been replaced by modern resins and binders. Oleoresins. Used mainly for thinning oil-based paints, with turpentine being the most common. These have largely been replaced by modern paint thinners. Alkyd resins. Alkyd resins are important film-forming agents used in paints, varnishes, and enamels. They have replaced drying oils and oleoresins and are widely used in synthetic paint systems. Polymerizing chemicals. Polymerization is a chemical process where polymer chains are created. Two-pack coatings cure by chemical reaction to form a cross-linked film. Examples include alkyd polymers for high-gloss paints and epoxy polymers for anti-corrosive paints. Bitumen. Bitumen coatings, such as coal tar epoxy, are used for weatherproofing and corrosion protection. They resist harsh chemicals, UV light, and moisture, but due to toxicity concerns, they are gradually being replaced by polyurethane coatings. Paint schemes for different areas of the ship. Underwater areas. These require corrosion inhibition, fouling resistance, abrasion resistance, smoothness, and compatibility with cathodic protection. Typically, 2 coats of epoxy or coal tar epoxy are applied, followed by a barrier coat and 2 coats of TBT-free anti-fouling, with a total film thickness of 250 to 400 microns. Boot topping. The main requirement is abrasion and scratch resistance using glass flake reinforced epoxies. Top sides, superstructures, and deckhouses. These require cosmetic qualities, gloss, and corrosion inhibition. 2 coats of epoxy primer are followed by polyurethane or acrylic top coats with a total thickness of around 150 microns. Weather decks. These require resistance to corrosion, abrasion, impact, seawater, and oil spills. Epoxies, polyurethanes, or zinc silicate paints are used, often with anti-skid aggregates. Interiors. Interiors require corrosion protection, cosmetic quality, fire resistance, and non-toxicity. Epoxy acrylic or silicon alkyd systems are commonly used. Ballast tank interiors. Ballast tanks require resistance to polluted seawater, corrosion inhibition, pore-free coatings, and compatibility with cathodic protection. 2 to 3 coats of epoxy are applied, preferably light-colored, with a total film thickness of 250 to 300 microns. Closing. Proper treatment of steel in the shipyard, combined with correct paint selection and application, is essential for corrosion control, structural integrity, and long service life of ships. Thank you for watching the video.